Welcome to our channel, $1 Million Made Easy. This is a channel where we run people's numbers. People have said your videos are one of a kind because we do that. What we do is we use returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years, which is right here, and we project ahead what similar returns might do for you in the future. So this is a scenario we're going to be looking at in this video. Person's 38 years old. They know they're behind because they've only been able to save up $23,000. They can save around $320 a month, maybe a little bit more. They went to Social Security Quick Calculator and saw that they plugged in their information and saw they were going to get $2,400 at age 67. That's in today's dollars. Their expected expenses in today's dollars are somewhere around $4,800 to $5,000 a month, which is like $57,000 to $60,000. Want to know, when can I possibly retire? So let's go ahead and plug these numbers in. We got age 38. This is one of the spreadsheets that we use. Got 23,000 saved up. You can save $320 a month. And in Social Security, you get $2,400. And let's go ahead with the higher expenses initially. They said $4,800 to $5,000 a month. So again, what we do on this channel is reuse the numbers for the S&P 500. And if we did that, and we had the absolute worst set of returns, we're going to look at age 67 first. In the next 29 years, and we use numbers from 1956, you'd have 726,000. Second worst, using numbers from 1953, would be 734,000. I always like to use this blue column right here. This shows you what you would have at least 95% of the time your money, you'd have almost 800,000. The median for the last 29 year period, meaning half the time you'd have more and half the time you'd have less, you'd have 1.119. And if you had the absolute best scenario, you'd have 2.908 million. So there's the range from 726 to 2.9 million, a wide variety there. But let's look at how this would work out in the future, 29 years from now. First of all, we got to realize this $5,000 is going to grow. You're going to need a 3.2% inflation rate over the next 29 years to have the same buying powers as 5,000. You're going to need $12,465. So that's future expenses. This 2,400 that you're looking at right now, you get a COLA each year. Remember, we looked at this, and this was in current dollars. Future dollars, what would you have? Well, if we use a 2.5% COLA for the next 29 years, it'd be go to 4,911. 4,911. If you took that age 67, you get 100% of that. So this is kind of the future expenses, future Social Security, and what you're going to need from the nest egg. So if we use this scenario where you had 726,000, again, the worst case scenario in the last 100 years, started withdrawing the 7,553, your money would not run out. It would last. Isn't that incredible? Even in a worst case scenario. But let's look at some other things. Let's start pushing the retirement age a little bit earlier. Let's go at age 66. Age 66, we have one less year for these numbers to accumulate, and you're getting 93% of what your promised Social Security is. But still, in that case, your money lasts. Let's go to age 65. Now we're getting a situation, in the worst case scenario, money's run out at 89. In the worst case, second worst, 91. 95% of the time, your money would last till at least 102. So most people would be comfortable with that, going out at age 64. Again, this is the 95% column that you have. Only couple worst case scenarios here. Let's go to age 64. Now it's starting to be a problem where you're running out of money at age 81, 5% of the time. Let's go and see if we kick out the bottom. Let's go 90% of the time. Now your money's lasting till age 87, meaning looking at 100 years worth of data, if we kicked out the absolute worst 10 case scenario, money would be lasting or running out at age 87 if we did the 90% here. Now, let's leave it at 64. Let's do one more thing here. We were looking at 5,000 a month. What if we go to 4,800 a month? Because he did say that he could go with possibly that. So let's go ahead and look at that number. See how much did this difference right here, 87, running out at age 87, 10% of the time. If we change it to 4,800, now the money's lasting till age 95. So if he would be able to go with this lower expense amount, his money, he could go out at age 64 and have his money last till age 95. 90% of the time. We have the two worst case scenarios, your money's running out at 79 and so on. But let's say he wants to go out a little bit earlier with these low expenses. Now your money's running out at age 80. Not good. But watch what would happen if he just could do something. Remember he said he could possibly save a little bit more? What if we just do one minor change here when we just increase this $320 a month by 2% a year? That made it last 9 more years just by doing, here's what we're doing. We're taking $320 right now and increasing that by 2% a year. Look at this, a little bit more each year. You'd hardly even recognize it. And yet, look what happened. It increased him from running out of money at age 80 to running out of money at age 99. So he could potentially go out at age 63 if he had these expenses and was willing to maybe kick in, increase this $320 a month just by a little bit. Let's go to 340 and increasing it by 2% a year. Again, he said he might be able to put in a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do this. See how this age changes if we go to $340 a month, increasing that by 2% a year. $340 a month. Now it's age 100. Look at that. $20 made a difference and increasing it by 2% a year. So in other words, this 23,000, he may not be in bad a shape as he thinks. If he had these kind of expenses, if we go to 5,000, again, that's going to change this age 100 to age 85. See the difference that made? Let's just go the in between. 4,900. It's lasting till age 91. If he wanted to go out at age 63, now he goes out at age 64, he has no problem. The money lasts. See the difference those little changes can make? Increasing that by from 320 to 340 and going by a 2%, increasing that each year, and going with 4,900 for expenses, money lasts. He could go out at age 64. 63 is a little bit more questionable, lasting till 91. But that's the kind of stuff we do for people, just trying to help them see where they might be in the future, helping them realize if they can just up this a little bit, then maybe this 23,000 isn't so devastating, isn't such a problem. Because again, you still have 25 years till age 63. Get that compounding working for you over the next 23 years. You definitely looks like you can go out at 64 with these numbers. Let's go to 5,000 again. 5,000 a month. Still lasting. So if he could go to $340 a month, increase it by 2% a year, he would not run out of money. But that's some of the stuff we do. There's so many different variables this spreadsheet can show us. Please consider subscribing to our channel, $1 Million Made Easy. Let other people know about the channel. Let them know there's a channel out there that will run numbers and answer questions like that to give you some kind of rough estimate if you're on the right path here to have these kind of money saved up so that you can see when you might be able to retire. Please like the video and thanks so much for watching.